Here's Jared Bernstein going on, was it CNBC? I used to have him on my CNBC show. I mean, he will just say whatever he has to say. You know, I'm sure he's a very nice guy, but he will say whatever he has to say in order to spin. This is the spin machine. This is why it could never be. And people say, Trish, would you ever like go and be like the PR person, the spokesperson for a campaign? I'm like, I can't do it because I'm too freaking honest. And I can't do what these people do. I just can't. But listen to him try and tell you, oh, it's all good. It's all good.
Now, we've seen a lot of news about energy from this president, limiting LNG exports when it comes to future permits to non-free trade agreements. You've seen the Alaska Wildlife Refuge taking 13.3 million acres off the table. That's putting pressure on gas prices, which have been inching up over the past month. And we've seen overall CPI inflation go up. Maybe because of that, are you worried that inflation is not gone, first of all, and, it's here to stay?
We have a lot more work to do on lowering costs on behalf of the American people, and that is absolutely at the heart of our agenda, whether it's negotiating lower prescription drug prices, capping the price of insulin at $35 a month, saving millions of Americans $800 a year on their insurance coverage. Our work is definitely not done.
Jared, Jared, lowering those costs are only for a small portion of Americans. A lot of Americans are feeling all the gas prices going up. They're feeling, a 19% increase in all items. Grocery items up 21% since President Biden came into office. This is what people are feeling.
Hold on. Let's unwrap a lot of that, because I do want to get to the gas price. So grocery inflation, at least according to the Consumer Price Index, has been zero for the past 2 months. Now, that doesn't mean that grocery prices are back to where we'd like to see them, but grocery inflation has flattened a great deal, and that certainly helps, especially at a time when people's paychecks are beating prices. Again, 13 months in a row, in a year-over-year basis, mid-wage workers' wages have beat prices. Their buying power is going up. Now, let's talk about gas. So one of the things that we've seen in this economy is some of the highest levels of domestic gas production. We've also seen dramatically high levels of renewable production. So we are firing on both on both of those signals really aggressively. We have record production of traditional sources, record production of renewable sources. Now, obviously, we'd like to see those renewable sources continue to grow, and in the interest of fighting climate change, take over from the others. But at this moment, we have American oil producers making record profits and record production while we're still delivering on the renewable side. We think that's a good record, one we'll defend all day.
Yeah, and he wants to tell you everything's just great, and oh, we're producing all this oil, and you heard him say, and they're making record profits because, if they can find a way to blame the companies, they will. Here's the deal. You need more, okay? You just need more because people are driving more. They're consuming more. And if you don't have enough renewables, you're going to need the regular stuff. But when you cut off a large source of energy, as you did with Russia, and you no longer have the nat gas there, this is a global market, right? What does it do? It drives energy prices overall higher. And yet they can't seem to figure that out. The logical explanation would be, let's make sure that we have more energy here and that we do everything we can policy-wise to ensure that. But they don't do that, which is another reason why I want to give a plug for my friends at Job Creators Network, because they understand these policies and they want to make sure that American businesses are here, ready, willing, and able to fight. Like, we have to, what happens, right, to America if we just sit back and say, okay, we're going to trust Biden and his team of ne'er-do-wells to run this economy? They're going to run it straight into the ground. I promise you that. I told you, I hate to say I told you so, but I sat here and said, look, if this guy gets elected, it's going to be stagflation. It's going to be Jimmy Carter all over again on steroids. It's Jimmy Carter 2.0. That is what we are dealing with, ladies and gentlemen, because of irresponsible, not very intelligent people running the show. So Job Creators Network, they know how much local businesses are up against it in terms of costs, in terms of basics like keeping your business safe. And what do? You're the small business. You don't have a big, huge insurance blanket to be able to help you when somebody comes in and steals. It's really pretty. It's disgusting to see how perverted all of this has gotten. I mean, but these guys are great. Job Creators Network. Go over to their website. You can go to joinjcn.com and join them. I'm telling you, this is they get such a grassroots level. So, if you type in your zip code or you tell them where you are, they'll be able to help you connect with the proper resources in your community so that you're getting the benefit. You're getting the benefit of knowing everything that's going on and all the legislation that would help you as a business owner. Because I'll tell you, this team's not going to do it. The White House is not on the side of business. And that's pretty apparent. Why would you let so many people illegally into this country? If you were on the side of business, if you were on the side, frankly, of Americans, because our communities can't handle it. And when you don't know who's here, it creates a whole other series of problems. And it's going to come back to bite Joe Biden.